Marie, and if you didn't know who I am the author of 5 books, which are all available at Amazon.com as well as JanaeMarieBooks.com in both Kindle and paperback. Today I'm going to read you a few chapters from my second book entitled Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home is about a young girl named Danielle who grows up in the mean streets of Detroit, Michigan. She is abandoned by her mother, molested by her father. You know, she grows up with a pretty rough life. She is pretty much left to fend for herself. You know, she has to go through trials and tribulations to kind of find the correct path for her in life. You know, so this story is pretty much, you know, about how to overcome those tragedies and turn those into triumphs. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay. This is chapter 1, Her Silent Cries. Every night I had to hide. Every night I had to hide from the pain I felt inside. I had to escape from the world I was in. The days he, my father, would come home drunk, yelling and screaming as my mother would leave me alone with him as she rushed off to work as a district attorney, or so I thought. She didn't give a damn about the misery I endured at home. Tonight would be the night that changed my life forever. The day he would come and strip me of my innocence. Every night he'd come into my room to kiss me goodnight, but those visits seemed so unnatural. The things he did, the things he wanted me to do. I'm gonna teach you to be a woman, he said. I was only 13 and scared shitless of him. I knew what we were doing was wrong, but what was I supposed to do? Yell, kick, scream? Then he might have killed me too. I watched him unbutton his pants. I clenched the sheets, feeling a strong, unnerving feeling flow through me. I had never seen a penis before, and I had certainly never wanted the first one that I saw to be my own father's. Touch it, grab it, hold on to it, he ordered me. Frozen in fear, I did nothing but look at him until his voice grew louder with more anger. He took my hand and wrapped it around it. I let out cries of sorrow, but he just slapped me and told me to grow up. I'm gonna make a woman out of you, he repeated. This is what makes you a woman. Now lay back as I put this inside you. You're gonna be a real woman, not like the mother that sucked this bitch. I begged for my father to stop. I even tried to kick him in the groin, but he punched me in the face and told me to again be a good girl. I hated my father for continuously taking my innocence away from me. I was never the same after what he did. I cried, I screamed, I shouted and pleaded for him to stop. I could feel every piece of my insides ripping apart. As my father shoved his 6-inch manhood inside of me, I wanted to kill him and I vowed to myself that one day I would. I resented my mother secretly for staying with a man who was so drunk, evil, and crazy. I knew after tonight that my life would never be the same again. He kissed me on the forehead as he fastened his pants to get ready to leave. Remember, Danielle, if you tell anyone, they'll never believe you. They'll just say that you're lying, he stated as he walked out. The next week, I was in the shower getting ready for school. My mother was again not home. I heard the door open, and I knew it could only be one person, Warrington. First, I heard him flush in the toilet. Then he pulled back the shower curtain. I turned around, instantly embarrassed. I tried to reach for a towel, but he stopped me. He ran his hands down my breast and touched my behind. I was scared out of my mind because nowhere in my right mind could this ever be appropriate. He smiled and began to get undressed. No, don't get out. I'm coming in, he said. Daddy, what are you doing here? I'm taking a shower. I cried out as the warm water cascaded down the skin of my back. I know. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I just want to make you feel good. He joined me in the shower. I tried to take a step back as far as I could, but the further I went, the closer he got. I stood there frozen in fear as his hands touched all over my body. He kissed my neck as his fingers entered my vagina. I motioned for him to stop, but again, he slapped me across the face. I cried as his penis replaced his fingers beside me. Why did I have to endure this torture every single day? What was wrong with this man? Why wasn't my mother ever home? I grew disgusted as I heard Warrington telling me how good I made him feel. He finally got out of the shower, dressed, and left the bathroom. I turned the water off and cried for a good 20 minutes. I put on my clothes and ran out the door to head to school. I wanted to run away from home. I had to. This is absolutely no way for a teenager to live. Later that night, my mother was absent. Where the hell was she? What kind of mother abandons her daughter like this? I wondered. She's never home with me. It made me wonder if she even cared about me anymore. After we ate the dinner that I prepared for him, he ordered me to wash the dishes, then join him in the bedroom. I boldly told him no. This was surely not the answer he was expecting, because the next thing I knew, I was greeted with a punch to the eye that landed me on the floor. I tried to get away as I scooted on the floor to the living room. Warrington ran after me, took off his belt, and began whooping me like a slave. This man was pure evil, and there was no way to stop him. I finally broke free and ran upstairs to my bedroom. I slammed the door shut and heard him banging on it. I hid in my closet like a child hiding from a monster that they saw underneath their bed. Open the door, Danielle! Danielle, I'm only going to tell you one more time. Open this door before I break it down. I continued hiding in the closet. I heard him banging on the door again, as if he was slamming his body against it. I knew it'd only be a matter of time before he would break into my room. I prayed for God to help me, just to make it all go away. Tears rolled down my cheeks like a rainstorm. Finally, he burst through the doors looking for me. He opened the closet, yanked me out, and threw me onto the bed. He whipped me a few more times with his belt before he tried to touch me again. He told me this was my punishment. Every day I didn't satisfy him, I would get whipped because I was his slave and he was my master. So at this point, Danielle knows that this ain't, and this is wrong. Even at the age of 13, she's like, this is wrong. So yeah, I just wanted to read the opening chapter of Danielle's story, which is Daddy's Home. So if you want to find out more about that story, please check me out at JanaeMarieBooks.com. It is available in ebook as well as in paperback. So until next time, bye.